Like a boss.
Welcome back. Oops, sorry about that. Wrong channel. All right. All right, people. All right, fellow people. All right. I'm going to start calling you guys the mindful gang. I'm going to call you guys the mindful gang. All right. Because I was like, mindful people can't be a gang. But you know what? I got to find a name for you guys. You know, I got to take some example. All right. So I'm going to call you guys mindful gang from now on. In fact, I'm going to come out with a shirt. It's called mindful gang. All right. So we're gonna be talking about the mistakes that Kylie Jenner did with Travis Scott's relationships, right? And I'll be honest with you, I find her fascinating. I really do. I really find Kylie Jenner, for some reason, extremely fascinating in terms of as an example for us to learn from. And this is not condescending, by the way. This is more about us using her as an example to help you guys. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we are human beings and we make mistakes. You see, we and what in the way that we should carry these things out is with compassion, because she might be watching this. You never know, man. People are very alert about their names, right? Most likely she's not watching, but you know what I'm saying? All right, so let's begin this, man. We're gonna be talking about the mistakes that she did with Travis Scott because it seems like she's going back to the dude. Right? They were hanging out together. Now we all know that baby mamas and baby daddies, they never really leave each other's lives because they have a connection because of the kid, right? But generally speaking, we're gonna talk about how many mistakes she did. She did like around five fatal mistakes. Not five fatal mistakes, but five things that leads to her to be having these kinds of relationships because how can I say this? It seems like she has a certain type. The Kardashians appear to have a certain type, all right? And humans operate on the group think. In other words, they imitate each other at an unconscious level. It's so much that you think you're not really imitating people, when in reality you're imitating them like a monkey. All right, so let's talk about that. All right. By the way, today's the last day for a special. Today's Cyber Monday. I'm going to be offering 40% off, not 50% off, but 40% off all of my courses. And because I'm going to be coming out with a new course called Natural Chemistry. But for now, I'm going to be giving you guys 40% off all of the courses that I have, right? Dart game, it's just a whole bunch of courses you can check out on the description down below with the coupon code, all right? It's today only, the last day for 40% off all of the courses, all right? And then we're back to normal, all right? All right, so let's talk about this, right? The first thing is this, is that she dated a dude who did not want what she wants. This is the first thing. This dude, Travis Scott, he's a rock star eventually, right? He travels the world, he does what he does, and he doesn't and she should have read. She should have had the ability to read that he wasn't looking for a serious relationship. I remember Kylie Jenner talking about a few years ago that her goal, one of her goals, aside from being a billionaire, I mean, aside from making money, was to have a family, right? The problem with that kind of goal is that it takes two. It takes two. Those kind of goals of wanting a family have to be flexible. You cannot want a family and make it stern because it requires other people's cooperation unless you get somebody to donate, right? But essentially, it requires a person to be on the same page. And the thing is that a girl like her, she has so much attention, so many voices, so many distractions that it will cloud her thinking. She'll see the world through a fog of emotion. In what it looks like, she falls in love pretty fast. You know what I'm saying? And that's what happens, that when you want a relationship so badly, you tend to fall pretty quickly. And when you fall pretty quickly, you tend to be susceptible to narcissists. You tend to be susceptible to manipulation because you believe anything that you want, anything that will confirm your fantasy. You see? So what you got to do, ladies, is that you guys have to have a goal and be realistic with it. And when you meet a guy, you guys have to be able to read whether or not what he wants in his life. Does he want a relationship, or does he want to party? You see what I'm saying? So you got to be very careful with that because you guys might have perfect chemistry, right? You guys might be compatible. You guys might, like them. But the one thing that they weren't compatible was that they didn't want the same thing. Because Kylie Jenner will be home with the kids, wanting him to come home, and he'll be away, and that will cause her to feel anxious and insecure. And you know what happens when you get anxious and insecure? Which is the second thing. You get needy. You turn to make the other person pull away. Because needy and insecure energy for the most people, especially somebody of Travis Scott's level, causes them to get turned off. And that's why he had his side chicks. The thing is that she should have known he had side chicks. You see, you gotta know your clientele, man. Like if you're gonna be, and this is the second thing, is that if you're gonna be dating, if you're gonna want a relationship, man, and you want a stable one, this is the truth. You cannot go out with famous people. I am sorry. In my opinion, if you want a stable relationship, you cannot be going after the celebrities. You cannot be going after the rock stars because those dudes have too many women. It's a problem for women of Kylie Jenner status because the only guys that are available are the famous guys, and those guys are guys who get women. And even if she dates a normal dude, that dude will become famous, and you'll have girls who are jealous of Kylie Jenner trying to bang him just to get back at her. It's man, it's one of those dilemmas with women, man. I'll be honest with you. I personally don't have any solutions for that. I really don't. The only solution for that is to lower your expectations. It's to lower your expectations because when you're that famous like her, she makes any dude around her famous, and that will cause women to want that dude because she has a lot of haters. And with a lot of haters, they want to get back at you, and the way they get back at you is by banging your man. And I can promise you that if she gets a normal dude and he starts getting a lot of attention from other women, she's gonna go after them. And the problem is that normal dudes, because of her fame, will not be able to really connect with her. They'll be so enraptured by the attention that she has, and by the aura of fame, that they'll never really have that connection, in my opinion. It's a problem, right? So that's the first thing, is that she's dating guys who are too big, right? The other thing is that by dating those kind of guys, it causes her to be insecure, and it causes her to chase even harder. You know, and that's how you actually create attraction. You create insecurity in the person by creating space. When you create that kind of space, you cause them to actually start chasing you more because they want to find out why are you acting different, right? The next thing, the third thing, is that there just aren't a lot of good examples in her life. Like I said about groupthink, there's too many bad examples in her life. You know, I think the only good one is not Kendall. What the fuck is the other one? Oh man, I forgot who he is. I think she's the one that dated Michael. Oh, I forgot who she is, man. Too many K's, man. But the point is that there just aren't a lot of good examples in her life, right? And when you have a lot of women this is the thing, though. This is the problem, is that a lot of women have bad examples, but most of these women who bang dudes in normal life, people don't find out about it. So you can't really take their patterns as an example, but because they're so public, every mistake they make, which a lot of women do, becomes like a viral thing. And so they don't have space to mess up. They don't have the ability to cover their mistakes so that they could keep a good image to the people around them and be a good example for them. Because a part of being a good example is hiding sometimes your flaws, some of the mistakes you made. Right? Like you know, you want to be a good example to your daughter, so you don't tell your daughter about the one time you got gang banged by the football team. We all make mistakes once. Right? So it's kind of like, but if it was her, everyone would know about it. And so it's kind of like we all have a lot of dark spots, and we hide it, and that gives us the ability to sort of be a little bit of an example for people, right? And it does benefit people, but when every mistake is put out in the open, you sort of, in a weird way, emulate that. I don't. It's just the family. It's just too much, and so of course her ability to discern what's a good guy and what's a bad guy is going to be a little off. It's too much chaos, you know. Especially when you don't have a male role model, like a strong male role model. In my opinion, I could be wrong, right? Right. And the next one is that this is a problem, is that when you show strength from on the outside, but once the person gets to know you, they see the total opposite, it causes the person to lose respect for you, right? And something about her, right, is that Travis Scott disrespected her a lot throughout their relationship, bringing in his side chick to a party. What kind of dude would do that? Only a dude who knows that he doesn't need you. Only a dude who knows that he could disrespect you like that. You see what I'm saying? There's no boundaries. You have no boundaries. And what's important is for you to have boundaries written down. Just think about the fact. You see, a part of me believes that she didn't do nothing about that because she just wants to keep the family for her kid, right? And that's what I said earlier. You got to have goals that are flexible. One of the flexibility in your goals is that if things are not emotionally or Because sometimes you think you want something, but then it's not what you want, and you have to have the flexibility of mind to sort of say no to what you have, because you trust that there are better things, you know. And she still stayed with him. You know, I can promise you that he lost respect for her, so he didn't respect her. So when you're with a dude who doesn't respect you, I don't care what you do. Everything that you do, even your attempt to show strength, will become reverse supplication. They'll be able to see through it, because he's gonna say she'll come back to me. And that goes down to the next point, is that she wasn't willing to walk away because she had her fantasy was so strong about wanting this, and also this public shame, that she wasn't willing to walk away. It took this much for her to leave, you know. And so when you're not willing to walk away, you'll end up in abusive relationships that look good on the outside, but you're completely rotten on the inside. You know, and it does, and to recover from that would take years to recover from such abuse. And you may not notice the abuse because you're in the moment, but only retrospectively do you see how stupid you were acting by staying with someone like that. You know, but when you don't have good examples around you, you know, everywhere around you is chaos, especially at a young age, you fucking malleable. And anything that happens at that age will be imprinted for years, and it could also become a pattern of your life. You know? Man, that girl needs to take some psychedelics, man. All right, and that's how it is, man. That's how the cookie crumbles, man. You know, it's if I would give her advice, man, I would tell her to just write down the things you will and would not accept from people. You know, because she seems like a very nice girl, honestly. She seems like a very nice girl. She seems like in my opinion, just from looking on the outside, she seems like a sweet girl. And a girl who's trying to show strength when there's no strength inside. I mean, look, man, like I could be wrong. But anytime you let a dude bring his side chick to a party, man, and you do nothing about it, that tells me everything I need to know. And it's okay, because we're all humans, and we all have our weak spots, and we have our weak moments. And that was her weak moment. It was just public. If you guys see my weak moments, I remember one time, I was so stupid. By the way, if you need coaching, or if you, don't forget to purchase my courses. Discount, okay? Don't forget that, all right? Support the channel. Don't be a freeloader. I remember one time, this ex of mine, and I met her, I randomly ran into her at the museum. And like, I don't know why I couldn't see that she didn't want to talk to me. Like, I remember I would go up to her and we'd start talking, but I would notice her drifting away, and I would go, and I would just, in my mind, I'm just assuming that, oh, she's just looking at some art, and I would walk towards her. And then we went downstairs, and then we saw a certain art, but then she would drift away to the other side. And for some reason, I just couldn't process it, that she just didn't want to hang out. And then I was like, hey, do you want to hang out? She was like, no. And I was like, fuck this shit, right? And it was because of the emotion. Now imagine you having a kid, imagine you being in public eye, not wanting to be embarrassed. All that will make it even harder for you to see reality, you know? And that's the problem, is that when you are a famous person, especially a woman, and there's so many noise around you, and your family is crazy, and there's a lot of chaos, and you've had a few relationships that just didn't go the way you wanted to, it's no secret that this might happen. You know, now that's not saying everyone's the same, right? But I'm saying that we shouldn't be surprised. I'm not saying she's in chaos, dude. But what I'm saying is that there's just some things we cannot see. And if you understand your experience, most likely it's the experience of other people, which is this: usually you are more unhappy than what people see. You know, you're weaker than what people see. You have more weaknesses than you show off. And you're usually battered inside when you're smiling, for the most part. Amplify that with people's eyes. Amplify that with reading the people judging you, making fun of you. And then you doing plastic surgery and people criticizing that. I don't think people understand how much of a burden that is, and how that will cloud your judgment. You know? Everyone deserves a therapist in their lives. She deserves one. I gotta go see one, right? But especially somebody who's in the public eye like that. You know, it is what it is. If I would recommend, I would recommend her go see a therapist. Just like I gotta go see one, because there's just some things that I gotta get fixed. All right. Okay, ladies, this is it for me today. If you guys enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. By the way, I'm going to Berlin. Thinking of doing a seminar there. I think I'm doing it. I mean, if you want to go to the seminar, go to the description down below. You could purchase it. But if it doesn't happen, I'll send that refund because it's based on school. I'm taking some classes there, and I got to see how that turns out. You know, to see if I have the time. Okay. All right, man. I'm busy now. I'm not going to be making that much video this week because I'm going to be working on my course, Natural Chemistry. I'm going to be working very hard. I'm putting that out February 1st, but I'm going to be doing pre-orders next week. All right. The course is very simple. It's very unique. It's compiled like this. Every week you're going to get a set of videos. It's going to be for 9 weeks. It's a 9-week course. Every week, new set of videos with instructions and tasks for you to do. Right. And so the reason why I did that is because I don't want you guys to just be overloaded with a lot of information instantly. I want you guys to process each video, give it a week and apply it, and then on to the next video. All right? Natural chemistry is going to be a powerful course. It's going to be my most holistic course. All right? You can tell your mom about it and she won't be disappointed in you. Okay. Be safe and have a great day. Bye-bye.
All right, ladies. So this is the course that all of you guys have been asking me for, and it's the psychological game of attraction. This is pretty much the course that will make any man beg to want to commit with you. This is the course that I wish, I'll be honest with you, if I was a woman, this is the kind of course that I want because it's a course that's specifically geared to help you understand how guys fall in love and how to do it in a systematic way that's almost predictable, right? So let me show you guys how this course is set up. By the way, there's a 30-day money back guaranteed on this course. So if you guys don't like it, you guys will get money back. Look, let me show you how it's done, right? So it's split up in a few sections. The first section is the introduction, obviously, what to expect from it. After that is I'm giving you an understanding of the psychology of attraction, right? Because you need to understand that dating is a game. You need to think strategically, that there are certain laws of human nature that you cannot break, and just a few things of why people love each other. You know, it's very important to have a realistic expectation. After that, we go into the we go into the 3 phases of every relationship. They all go in these 3 phases, and these phases could overlap each other at times, right? The first phase is the pre-honeymoon period. It is when you first know the person, or it is when you're becoming acquaintance with the guy, or it is when you guys broke up and are back together, or it is when you guys had a long period of you guys not knowing each other and now you guys want to rekindle things. This works in any point of the relationship that you need to spark interest and curiosity. So these videos are specific for that. Specific to create curiosity, how to get to know the guy the right way, using your non-verbals, how to create a powerful reputation. It's truly powerful stuff. After that is the honeymoon period. This honeymoon period is how to get from curiosity to interest to creating a deep connection. So all of these videos are specifically geared to that. Not the 30, no. These specific videos are there for this phase, and this phase is any phase. You guys are having a good, happy moment. You guys just got back together, and now you feel that peak. You feel that happiness that you guys felt. That's what this is, right? So these videos are there for that, creating a lonely fantasy, the preemptive breakup, the triangle of love, using words to control his man. It's powerful stuff. After that is the post-honeymoon period, and again, is a short list of videos because these videos are there to solidify the connection that you already created. So if you just had an incredible moment, or you just came out of a vacation with a guy and everything went well, you better use this phase, because if you don't do this, he's gonna become disenchanted. It's just how it is. These are very specific videos, and if you and all you gotta do is just say, all right, where am I? I tell you where you guys are, and you just watch the video. It's pretty much like being coached by me. You got some bonus videos, stop being nice, dealing with the inevitable, how to deal with breakup, how to deal with getting over a dude. This is the how to overcome manipulation, identifying manipulation, deterring manipulation, defending yourself against manipulation, what to do if you're already in a manipulative relationship, and how to avoid them through detachment. It's pretty much an extremely succinct and laser focused course. Not one waste of motion. That's why I love it. And there's a 30-day money back guarantee if you guys don't like it. No questions asked, people. All right. And if you guys want to support this channel, this is how you support it. And I hope you guys enjoy this. All right. See you guys inside.